Sacrifice. It's got some tequila. So
got some bitters.
Hold on. It's got some bitters.
Got some syrup, got some ginger.
It's got everything you need to make the best drink of your life. Welcome to Colin Cocktails. I'm your host, Derrick Schommer. That's Ian.
Fidgety Handrews.
Fidgety Handrews. He likes to cut up and touch anything when he's not currently working. Therefore, we always have him building the drinks. That way he doesn't have to like fidget around. This drink, oh look, it's got a Nicanor glass. This drink is called the Aztec Sacrifice. Named by me, created by Jennifer. This recipe is a design that I asked her to do because I wanted to use Corazon from Bittercube this week. And I said I need a cocktail.
Which is a
1 ounce Añejo Tequila against 3/4 ounce of passion fruit and Amaretto with a 1/2 ounce of lime juice, an ounce of ginger beer, and 8 dashes of Bittercube Corazon bitters.
Want to talk about those bitters a little bit? What is Corazon?
Corazon means heart in Spanish. The Corazon bitters is what and they don't specifically say this, but they do say it inexplicitly. We'll go with that. This is like if you had any cocktail that calls for mole bitters. We had one last week with Warren Bobros. Had a mole bitters. He used bitter end, another very spicy, flavorful. I gotta get bitter end in the store. I've been meaning to, and I have their price list from like 3 years ago. The Corazon style has a little bit of coffee. What's cubeb? Or cubeb?
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know.
That's a new one on me.
Cocoa nibs and hot peppers. So very much a lot of the same recipe that you see in a lot of the mole bitters. I would choose Bittercube over Bittermint's from a purely industry standpoint. The Bittercube guys, not only are they fucking hilarious,
yes,
but they're extremely helpful. They'll give you if you have a question, they'll answer your question as both a distributor, as a customer, whatever it is, or as a wholesaler like we are, where you're gonna have a good time with that. Please don't put that in the drink. Where I haven't found the same love from the Bittermint's people. Mainly the owner is kind of not a people person.
That happens. It sucks when it's a detriment to your business.
What are you gonna do? It kind of as a business type person, I kind of get upset when other people that are in business don't understand how to do business with other people that are in business. But we carry both of them nonetheless. But I would favor a business over question of the day, since nobody's asking any goddamn questions in the chat room. What? Hold on.
Here comes the
This is something that bothers me. Is when a business doesn't, when businesses don't understand that customers are actually pretty fucking important. And customers, retailers, everybody in the chain matters. Why do you create a business if you have no desire to deal with people? Like, who do you sell to? Other people. We can't sell the robots yet. Nothing.
Yet.
Right? So
there's a drone flying league now, though, so drones are coming.
I like the topping. So it's like if you can't. How do you feel about doing business with people that you know you wouldn't even want to ever associate with in the real world? Like I find dealing with a business that wants to do business with you and is friendly is so much easier to deal with.
Yeah.
As an individual. For instance, Jennifer had right there, yo.
We have to have a certain whistle for Jen to remind her to take a picture. Without being like, hey Jen, take a picture.
You didn't just whistle at me, did you?
No, but I snapped.
I can wave my money at you.
So we had, as an example.
Come back there and kick you in the dick.
Uh-oh. Just kick right in the dick.
Help, help, I'm being oppressed. Come see the violence, inherit the system.
Did she really have that foot? Anyway. So, Jennifer bought some magic cards once, right?
Oh, yes. You tell the story.
And somebody cut the box open, we're guessing, and replaced it with an AC adapter. So you get some magic cards, and all you get is an AC adapter from a hobby store. Something is completely wrong, right? So you know that there's something strange going on. And what did the business do? Had it been me, I would have said, I'll get whatever happened, I don't know. I don't even care. I'm going to send you some product. It'll be in the mail tomorrow morning. That's how I handle that problem, right? Get it out and deal with whatever the problem is later. If something was stolen, whatever happened, even if you get scammed, you send that shit out and be like, customers first, right? That's how I deal with problems. They basically were calling her a liar, saying, "What do you mean? Show me a picture. Put the box in the other box so that I can see that it actually fit in there, because I don't believe you."
Yeah.
She's taking photos of this stuff and sending. I'm like, fuck that shit. Just decline them on your credit card. It's pretty simple. You're an asshole. You're done. Call up Visa.
No mas business.
I did not get this product from this customer. Gone. 15% fine or $15 fine to that company for being an asshole. That's what happens on a chargeback. They get a $15 fine from Visa for
not
theft.
Fulfilling their
Now, did they purposely do that? Probably not. It probably was stolen. But because you're an asshole, that's the asshole tax. $15 is the asshole tax from now. $15 is the asshole tax. If you're an asshole, you need to get a $15 fine for that.
That's a good drink and an aptly named drink.
Isn't that good?
I like the Aztec Sacrifice.
So the Aztec Sacrifice, getting back to the cocktail, was...
Get off your soapbox.
I never got away from the cocktail. I was sipping that whole thing. That's good.
The highlight of the Corazon, it's got the spice. There's a little ginger in there, but a lot of the kick, the burn, is from the Corazon. Corazon means heart. What do the Aztecs do when they sacrifice people?
Burn the heart.
Poof, right in the fire.
Yeah.
Right? So I know that typically...
Kind of like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, only those were Indians.
Whatever.
I like that.
The ginger beer, when brought into a tequila drink, like a Moscow Mule with tequila, is considered by some
Mexican
at least
Mule?
Mexican, or not the Mexican Mule. It's the Mayan Mule.
Mayan Mule, yeah.
So I thought, oh, the Mayan Mule, that's funny. It's Mayan. And I'm like, well, Mayans do sacrifice people and they did a little of the heart thing, but the Aztecs did more. So I looked to make sure that Aztecs were actually Central Mexico and not Brazil. That's the Incas, I think.
South America.
Yeah, so
Incas with Peru.
you got to make sure you get the right region, otherwise it doesn't work.
I believe the Incas were Peruvian.
Yeah. In that mountain area or whatever. But I wanted to have something that had like some body to it. So we tried this with the silver. It was a different silver though. I think it was Tres Generaciones actually. And it was a little bright. Yeah, and it had like a, I don't know, it just had a little bit more of that tequila burn. This one I think was more round with the Añejo. First off, you don't get a lot of opportunity to use Añejo in a cocktail. So I said, let's change that up. Because Añejo, when you look at the price, it's not that much different.
Though I have had a Añejo sour before.
Correct.
On request.
These flavors that I get out of this drink are the passion fruit, which you can also get in Mexico.
You get the heat of the Corazon.
You get the spicy burn of the Corazon in the back, a little bit of coffee, a little bit of chocolate. Just subtle enough not to take over the drink. 8 dashes of that. It's quite a significant amount. A little bit of the ginger beer gives you a little bit of that zesty zing.
And
the almond
comes in.
The Amaretto, that was actually a last minute change that Jen put in the drink for the final one that both of us like more, was adding a little bit more forward forward almond flavor. You almost get a little bit of the almost tiki-ish, like in the amount of almond. But not almond syrup, which would have been too sweet, especially against the passion fruit.
Yes.
So you get the almond.
It would have thickened it up a little bit more, too. Because it's already kind of a thick drink for the passion fruit.
For the passion fruit. Again, we ran into the problem where passion fruit was hiding behind everything. You had to bring the passion fruit out even more.
Like I was saying, I'm not like a sweet drink fan, but I like the Trinidad Sour. I like the Golden Cadillac. I like those sweet drinks also, but I do like this.
That's
because it's got more complex and depth.
Right. That entire depth, I think, comes from the Corazon, and they use the Añejo. The other flavors are kind of like they're the flavors you're picking up the most, but without the depth of these two specific things, I think the drink would just fall flat. Too much of this and it gets watery. Too much of this and it gets thick.
I was reading somewhere that there's always like different themes and things coming out in the cocktail world. Like, oh, this year it's going to be all about this, or it's going to be all about like the Moscow Mule played for like a year. This year is supposed to be the year of the spicy cocktail. Spicy cocktail, bitches! And I think this plays in there with the ginger beer and the Corazon spice. We've got the Soldado coming up. That's a review already. Yeah. And I think drinks with that are going to be big. Probably why they timed it that way. Yeah, it's going to be a spicy year. It is probably going to head that way in which is fitting considering it's a political election year. That's gonna be Everyone gets so spicy with Kicked right in the dick. Yeah. I need another. Jen is already threatening me with dick kicks. With dick kicks, yeah. So I'll just you can bar, can't get a foot in there. You can go to. You know what the other thing is?
It's like the same
color.
Yeah. Even though there's no doubt these other guys playing in the color.
The great thing about this drink also is if you don't have BG Reynolds Passion Fruit Syrup or Q Ginger Beer or Bittercube Corazon,
we sell
soon to be.
I saw these. They're out there.
You can get it at awesomedrinks.com. And from now until March 14th, 2016, you can use the coupon code Valentine16 and save 15% off your order.
I think red and pink for Valentine's Day is overrated. You should go with passion fruit color.
Passion is
which is
Valentine's Day. Passion.
It's got the word passion in it.
Great.
This is although it does have the word sacrifice in the name.
Well, whatever.
You just rip somebody's heart out. That's a Valentine's Day thing.
That's totally Valentine's Day.
If you lost your Valentine's Day person.
If you're single, drink the drink. If you're together, drink the drink. Drink the drink.
If you're lesbian, what's the other one? Lesbian, bisexual, transgender, and what's the last one? Gay. What's the difference in gay? I guess it's just the boy side. Why don't they just come up with one name for that?
LGBT?
Yeah, if you're LGBT, this is a drink the drink.
And if you're cis or non-cis, there's all these terms I don't understand.
Cis?
CIS.
You shouldn't use terms you don't understand, Ian.
Oh, we use them all the time. That's all we do.
Yeah, we just wing it. You've watched the show, right, Jen?
I think this is John.
Alright, so remember to go, if you have an iOS device, go out into the App Store, search for Common Man Cocktails, download the Common Man Cocktails app, rate it as a 5-star. If you never use it, I don't really care. It's still useful, but if you don't want to use it, don't have to use it, just give us a good rating.
Other things you can do, check out the previous week's episodes that we had with Warren Barbaro. He's got a new book coming out.
I'll put them in a playlist too.
Pre-sale, coming out on June 1st on Amazon.com and BarnesandNobles.com and your local bookseller, called Cocktails with Cannabis.
And sometime in March, I think it's the 6th, so the first Wednesday of the March, I'll be telling people about this as it gets closer, but Warren's going to come back here to do a Q&A session for Tales of the Cocktails. Tales 365 is what they call it. Yeah. I don't know why. I think you could pay for it and you get other stuff.
Yes, there's a subscription.
It's a subscription service. But, I'm going to help publicize to get more people on there. That way, what we're going to do is go through and Warren's going to show you how to make cannabis cocktails, like how to make the glycerin, how to use the butter machine he uses.
Is that going on live stream or?
That will be on Tales live stream.
That's on Made Tales, okay.
Yeah, it'll be on. I'll have to broadcast. I'll tell people it's out there because it won't go out to you guys live because it won't be my personal account. It'll be the Tales of the Cocktail 365 account. And then I'll just say, hey guys, join in. And it's about 45, I think it's exactly 45 minutes. 15-minute kind of setup, 15-minute Q&A at the end, and then in the middle will be him making all the stuff, and we'll be running around probably helping him. Whatever. It's great for us because it gives us exposure to the Tales crew, like all the actual bigwigs in the industry, and Warren's already helped get me connections. I've talked with Andy from Tales of the Cocktail.
Pretty friendly, pretty cool guy.
Yeah, and he knows everybody.
Yeah. You can watch last week's episodes with him.
And definitely go out, look at his books if you're looking to make more cocktails with some crazy ingredients, some basic ingredients. Check out Warren's books because that will make him happy. Out there. Right. And that'll be good for us because then he'll be like, dude, I need to be on there more. If he's on, I get more cred. Street cred, man.
Word.
It's a 3.
That's the 3?
Yep.
And a 6. Kind of.
6 and a 3.
Yeah.
We're done?
We're done with gang signs.
No more gang signs! We're teaching you how to drink. Can you figure it out?
Give me a second.
Ooh. It's got me in though.
It's good. No, tell me.
It's mango.
Damn it, I knew it.
Like right when I saw it, I'm like, oh no, passion fruit. No, wrong tropical fruit.